whenever I was asked to do a speech, I didn't realize that it was just like a little short something, but I promise it'll be entertaining. So first of all, thank you all for being here to celebrate the beautiful marriage of Josh and Shayla. Can we please give it up for the bride? She looks amazing. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful bride, emotional ceremony. Even the cake was in tears. But really, I know it means a lot having everyone here today. We have guests from all walks of life, from all over the U.S., from Florida, St. Louis, West Virginia, Mississippi. I mean, it's crazy what people do for free food. But for those of you who don't know me, I am Lauren, aka Lolo, and I am one of Shayla's best friends / lesbian lover, depending on what bar we're at and who's trying to hit on her. Hashtag, why are you touching me? All right, but we met Shayla's first year in college. It was like my 12th year. I don't know, I stopped counting. Math wasn't really my strongest subject. But Shayla and I have been on a lot of adventures together over the years. Hands down, this has been one of the best. I've been really nervous thinking about writing this speech, and as I sat down to write it, I couldn't help but think, damn, Shayla's getting married in 30 minutes. Just kidding, I wrote this at breakfast. But so as I sort through the memories that we've made, I couldn't figure out which one I wanted to talk about. I could have talked about how I knew when Shayla was at marching band practice, based on the sheer volume and impressive projections of her belches across Cajun Field. Or that there's only one person I had to have on my team for beer pong at every college party we went to. Let's just say we would dominate. Well, she would dominate. I could talk about how we rocked a Caribbean cruise together, but the reality of it was we just kind of looked like a lesbian couple again, with our fancy cruise photos, her by the piano, me holding the rose. It was very romantic. And I could mention the female fraternity that we were in, her for the amazing resume building leadership experience, me for the free cupcakes. Shout out SAI. Or that we have traveled the great state of Louisiana, engaging in countless carpool karaoke concerts. As festival pageant queens, where we've done things like team scavenger hunts, passing out at balls, dehydrating in parades. Hold on, I messed up. Wait, hold on. I can't have my promise right for this now. And so we even went to the Rain Frog Festival where we kissed frogs, not looking for Prince Charming or anything, although it did work out for one of us. In case you're wondering, it's not me. I promise it's Laura's fun, guys. It's Laura's fun. But through it all, I can say it has been, it has been a pleasure having you for a bestie.
Don't cry.
I know, I'm doing so good. So fast forward to 2 years ago. Our adventure slowed down because life happens. So did Josh, aka Sweet Potato. Happened. This guy showed up out of nowhere. He had my bestie all excited to give love a chance again. She even tasked herself with the meticulous deed of creating matching bow ties for him and his dog.
Star Wars bow ties.
Star Wars bow ties. I didn't really get it, but she seemed so happy to engage in this labor of love. I just let it happen. That's when she traded in weekends with the girls and the Crowns for weekends crabbing, talking about a future, and babies. Grayson does need siblings, by the way. Sister, gotcha, Grace. So I officially knew that Josh was the one for her. One evening, and Josh, I'm sure will remember this, when he met me at a Chili's bar where he gave me pretty solid advice on beer and boys. He helped me gain some liquid courage to make a pretty huge life decision, I would say. And I remember thinking, wow, this guy doesn't know me. He doesn't have any connections to me. But because I was important to Shayla, I became important to him. And that's something, I mean, you just can't get anywhere. One thing about Josh and Shayla that makes them absolutely perfect for each other is that they are both caring, they are both nurturing. And they genuinely both want to help others when they see an opportunity to do so. I would like to take this second to give a shout out to the wonderful mothers in their lives, Miss Debbie and Miss Shannon. Let's give it up for their wonderful, amazing mothers. You both did. You both did amazing jobs raising them, and you should be proud of the stand-up citizens that you've raised. So this is the point of the speech where I'm supposed to give marriage and relationship advice. But since I'm almost 30 and I've never been married and I don't have children, I didn't feel quite qualified to do so. So I sought out the expertise of a marriage guru for you guys with over 35 years of marriage experience under his belt and a beautiful family to show for it, my dad. So these are some tips. Whenever I told him, I said, Dad, I need some really good, solid relationship advice for Shooki. We call her Shooki, I'm sorry. For Shayla and Josh. And it needs to be solid, Dad, because everyone's going to be giving speeches, and I really need to nail this. And I think I did. Dad, my father said to address Josh. First, he said, look, Slick, I know you think you got to do it, but don't. Number 2, never go to bed angry. Just stay up and fight all night. Number 3, a man who gives in when he is wrong is wise. A man who gives in when he's right is married. Remember that. We're almost there, I promise. Your wife will always give you 100% sound advice. 99% sound, 1% advice. And finally, your wife is, two more. Your wife is less likely to argue with you when you're cleaning. I thought this was pretty solid. And finally, never shout at one another unless the house is on fire. So apparently these helped my father and my mom in their marriage. So I figured, you know what, it's pretty sound. I'm gonna go ahead and pass that along. But on a serious note, I would like to end with this. I can speak for myself as well as everyone here today when I say we all pray that your marriage and your life together be more than you could have ever dreamed God had planned for you. I love you both. If you can go ahead and raise your glasses, please. Without further ado, to Mr. and Mrs. Joshua A. Bear. Woo!